I recently had the question asked of me, what does buffalo sausage making have to do with advanced study skills? Well, let me wind it back a distance or two and give you some background on me. I'm John Knight from University Skills Academy, and I grew up in Sydney on a quarter-acre block like pretty much everyone else in the suburb. But I had a slightly different upbringing in so much that my father had a garden that fed us. We always had chooks. We occasionally had a pet pig that ended up on the dinner table. Fast forward 40-something years. About 5 years ago, my wife and I were living in the Atherton Tablelands, which is about 200 kilometres from Cairns, where we are now based. One of my neighbours milks buffalo for mozzarella cheese. We're getting there. Ultimately, half of his calves will be cows and the other half will be bulls. The bull calves end up on the dinner table, and the cow calves end up in the dairy being milked. Cut a long story short, after we moved from the Atherton Tablelands and down to Cairns, our family was interested in some cheap beef. So we ended up with 7 unequal parties buying a share in a buffalo. And because one of my nephews and I have an interest in bush skills and this sort of thing, we decided that we would process it ourselves. So to do that, we had to organise transport to and from, accommodation while we were there, a mobile butcher, and a butcher who was prepared to work out of someone's sterilised garage, and then some packaging. And then because there were unequal shares, there was a rather, let's say, sophisticated spreadsheet and a weighing station to ensure that people received the correct amount that they paid for. So again, what has buffalo sausages got to do with study skills? Well, the study skills that I teach at University Skills Academy don't just apply to pass this exam at the end of semester, get that degree or that trade course certification. We cover these skills that we cover, although immediately and directly applicable to the classroom and the academic setting, stay with you for the rest of your life and enable you to project manage and time manage and resource allocate the most complicated things or the most benign things so that it goes off smoothly. 7 unequal shares of a buffalo. How on earth do you make sure that everybody gets value in keeping with what they've paid? Well, in that case, it was 7 columns in a spreadsheet with a coefficient equivalent to the amount of money that the person had paid. And we just weighed it out, and as each different component came out of the butcher's hands onto the scales, we had a line of boxes with different names and made certain that it was all shared. So we had to double weigh. We had to weigh everything of that particular component, say T-bone or mince, and then divvy it up and then weigh it out again so everyone got a fair share. And this is what one of the side benefits from the more money, more time, less stress outcomes that University Skills offer. Hopefully that has explained how buffalo sausage has to do with study skills. And this has been John Knight from the University Skills Academy. Thank you for your time and your trouble, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.